I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. Continuing to exercise 4 on page 21 of the grade 1 Discovering Music Theory booklet, we're going to continue with the topic of sharps and flats and naturals. And if you remember, a sharp lasts for that pitch only for the bar, and then the bar line cancels it. Other octaves aren't affected by the accidental sign. However, it's that one pitch until the bar line cancels it. So then, we're asked to name these notes in exercise 4. So you'll see that in the treble clef, this is note F and it's sharpened. Remember, the sharp comes before the note in the music. You need to know before you play it. There's no point playing it and then realising, shucks, that should have been a sharp. But when you're naming the note, use a capital letter and the sharp sign or flat sign or whatever comes afterwards, as if you were writing it in full F sharp. And so here this is an F sharp. We're asked to continue. So by all means have a go yourself, or have a go at the first few with me, and then do press pause, try some on your own, and then you can re-access into the video and we can check through them together. So here we're in the treble clef. This is Every Good Boy Deserves Football, F, using a capital letter. And it's not sharpened at all, it's just a normal F. There's no need to say anything else though, just F, because it's a different octave. And if you just visualise that on a piano keyboard, say for example this is the low F sharp, although it's the same note name, it's an octave higher. You can see it's on a different placement on the stave, and if you counted it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps higher. It's the same note name, but it's a completely different pitch. So just F. And so now we know that the lines are Every Good Boy in the treble clef. So it's a B and then it's a flat. So we put the flat sign. Next bar, this is the same note B, but the flat has been cancelled by the bar line. It's just plain old B. Now that flat sign has been stopped by the bar line and everything's back to normal. So now let's look at this next one. So watch out, we're in bass clef. So be careful there. And so this note here, we can either count up and think, well, we know that it's Good Boys Deserve Football always. That's top A. One step above that is B. Or we can think, well, this is middle C, because if you remember, middle C is at the top of the bass clef and it's one step below. There's the B, and of course it's a flat, so B flat. Next bar, it's the same note B, however no flat, the bar line has cancelled that, so just normal B, the flat has gone. Here we have Good Boys, that is also a B, and it's a completely different pitch. There's never been any mention of any flat sign. However, even if it were this B, it's cancelled by the bar line, so just plain old B. And then here, now here, this is, I'm just going to say, I'm going to draw a pair of glasses. Watch out, there's something to think about here, just be careful. So we know this is all cows eat, this is an E. However, it's not E, because if you look previously in the bar, we have this same note with a flat. That flat is still active on this exact same pitch, and so this is E flat with the flat sign carrying over from the previous time it was written. The bar line's not cancelled it out. There's no natural sign. It's still E flat. So that's just one little tricky bit to be careful of. Now then, pressing on, it's worth just looking at this little text box here. Did you know that a natural sign can be used as a reminder even though the bar line has done the job? So in a sense, this natural sign is redundant because the bar line has already cancelled the previous accidental. But composers or editors often add this as a courtesy to show us that this is now cancelled, to remind you the sharp has gone. When you're playing a piece of music, it can sometimes be a little bit confusing because you've kind of already accepted that the bar line's done its job, and then at a quick glance you might think that's a sharp sign, but you know, keep your eyes peeled. It's just a courtesy to show you it's just normal F. The sharp sign has been cancelled by the bar line and they're just giving you a friendly reminder there. And so moving on to the bottom of the page, we have this final challenge. And so we're asked to rewrite these notes in order of pitch from the lowest to the highest. So we can do that visually, starting at the bottom of the stave and working our way up lines and spaces by elimination. However, we've also got to bear in mind that these flats and sharps could just adjust things slightly, so we've got to bear those in mind also. So if you want to have a go of this, by all means do try, and then we'll check this through together now. So our lowest note here, we're in the bass clef, is this one, right at the bottom of the stave. That's the lowest visually. So we'll start with that. Now we know that the lines go good boys deserve, so that's a G, so one below that is an F. So we'll start here. There's that F. Remember these semi-breve note heads, they're not kind of round. We don't want a big round Mickey Mouse ears, it's kind of a slightly squished oval. So we've done that one. So stepping up the stave, this G flat is the next one. There's no other note on that line, so this is our next one. So we write the flat sign first and then note G. So stepping, we've done space line, so this space here is the next one, and so there's no other note. We've got this one to go, so the space is an A. I suppose we can put the flat in now, as long as we've left enough room, but it must come before the note. And so now we can look on the next line. So we've gone to the note B. There's just this one here, no flats or sharps, so we've just got a B to add. I really would cross them out as you go because it's so easy to get confused which ones you've done. So let's just make it clear which ones we can now eliminate. So we've done the B, the second line, so stepping up to the C, the space. We can see this one, no accidentals to add, so just plain old C. And then stepping up again, we're going to the middle line. So this is the D, and we've got a flat. There's no others on that line, so we can just go straight to that D flat. So go on, we'll put the flat sign first, and then we know we've got plenty of room. And so after the D flat, is there a space on this E? Now there isn't actually a note allocated to that space, so we move on to the next one, which is this F line, and we can see there is an F sharp, there's nothing else, so it's going to be this F sharp next. So we'll do the sharp sign. Now these are tall and thin, and then these cross sections are diagonal, and notice that the box of the sharp sign is in exactly the same place as the line of the note. We've got to position this very carefully. Same true here with the flat sign going through the centre. That's perhaps a little bit low actually. You can see that it must go through. And when you're writing a space, the flat sign doesn't really take in these lines, it's just the same space that the note head takes there. So be careful when you're placing those to place those accurately. So now We finished this line. Let's step up to the space, which is G, or Kazik grass, and we've got this G sharp, nothing else on that line to think about. So there's the G sharp. Again, you can see the lines have sort of taken in the box. I've perhaps squished that a little bit, but you know, it's central. And then next one is the line, the A. Have we got any on that top line? No, so we can skip on to the next space up, which is this B. And then finally we're finishing with middle C here. That's everything, all present and correct and in the right order. So we can see visually the pitch, it's all stepping up. We've not gone out of order and we've accounted for every note there. So that's that challenge completed. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.